Okay, Year 4, today is a very exciting day because you begin your project for the next 2 days. You have a shorter than usual guided reading session for today, so I'm going to read less of the text for you and you also have fewer questions to answer. So, let's continue reading How to Train Your Dragon. Do you speak Dragonese, Gobber? Asked Stoic in surprise. Well, no, Gobber admitted. Nobody here speaks Dragonese. It's forbidden by order of Stoic the Vast. Oh, hear his name and tremble. Ugh, ugh. Dragons are inferior creatures who we yell at. Dragons might get above themselves if we talk to them. Dragons are tricksy and must be kept in their place. Hiccup can speak Dragonese, said Fishlegs very quietly from the middle of the crowd. Shh! Fishlegs whispered Hiccup, desperately digging his friend in the ribs. Well, you can, said Fishlegs stoutly. Don't you see? This is your chance to be a hero, and we're all going to die anyway, so you might as well take it. Hiccup can speak Dragonese too, shouted Fishlegs, very loudly indeed. Hiccup? Said Gobber the Belch. Hiccup? Said Stoic the Vast. Yes, Hiccup, said Old Wrinkly. Small boy, red hair, freckles. You were going to put him into exile this morning. Old Wrinkly looked stern. In order that the blood of the tribe should be weakened, remember, your son Hiccup? I know who Hiccup is, thank you, Old Wrinkly, said Stoic the Vast uncomfortably. Does anyone know where he is? Hiccup, come forward. It looks like you've come in useful after all, Old Wrinkly murmured to himself. Here he is, yelled Fishlegs, patting Hiccup on the back. Hiccup started to wiggle through the crowd until somebody noticed him and dragged him up, and he was passed over everybody's head and put down in front of Stoic. Hiccup, said Stoic, is it true that you can talk to dragons? Hiccup nodded. Stoic gave an awkward cough. This is an embarrassing situation. I know that we were about to banish you from the tribe. However, if you do want to ask, I'm sure I can speak for everybody here when I say that you can consider yourself unbanished. We stand in an awful peril and nobody else in this room can speak Dragonese. Will you go to this monster and ask him whether he comes in peace or war? Hiccup said nothing. Stoic coughed again. You can talk to me, said Stoic. I've unbanished you. So, the exile is off then, is it, Father? Asked Hiccup. If I go and kill myself talking to this beast from hell, I'll be considered heroic enough to join the tribe of hooligans? Stoic looked more embarrassed than ever. Absolutely, he said. Okay then, said Hiccup. I'll do it. Chapter 12. The Green Death. It's one thing to approach a primeval nightmare when you're a part of a crowd of 400 people. It's quite another to do it on your own. Hiccup had to force himself to put one foot in front of the other. Stoic offered to send a guard of his finest soldiers, but Hiccup preferred to go alone. Less chance of anybody doing anything heroic and stupid. He said, although this is the part of the story that the bards tend to focus on a wee bit where Hiccup was particularly heroic, I do not agree. It's a lot less easier to be brave when you know you have no alternative. Hiccup knew in his heart of hearts that the monster intended to kill them all, so he didn't have anything to lose. Nonetheless, he was sweating as he peered over the edge of the cliff. There, below him, was the impossibly large dragon filling up the beach. It appeared to be asleep, but an eerie singing was coming from the direction of its belly. The song went something like this. Watch me, great destroyer, as I settle down to lunch. Killer whales are tasty 'cause they've got a lot of crunch. Great white sharks are scrumptious, but here's a little tip. Those teeny weeny pointy teeth can give a nasty nip. How odd, thought Hiccup. He can sing with his mouth shut. Hiccup nearly jumped clear out of his leggings when the dragon opened both crocodile ears and spoke directly to him. Why so odd, said the dragon, who appeared to be amused. A dragon with his eyes shut, not necessarily asleep. So it follows that dragons with his mouth shut is not necessarily singing. All is not what it seems. That noise that you hear is not me. That, my hero, is the sound of a singing supper. A singing supper, echoed Hiccup quickly, remembering that you should never, ever look into the eyes of a large malevolent dragon like this one. Okay, and that's where we stopped for today, but you do still have some challenges which are in the table in different levels, so please make sure that you're selecting an appropriate challenge for you.